In this video, we're going to look at question number 4, a question that many students got wrong. So very important to look at this one together. First of all, we see this inequality. Notice there's one inequality sign and another one. That means there's actually three parts, 1, 2, and 3. Whenever we have an inequality like this, it means the value in the middle is between these two. And if something is between these two things, it's an AND situation every time. So every time you see this kind of thing, it's going to be AND. So the way to solve it is to split into two inequalities. So this first bit, see this first two parts is just rewritten here. Then we write AND, and we take the second and the third parts like this. So we've just split it into two things. This part and this part. Now I'm going to solve each one separately. On this side, I'm going to add x to each side to get 4x. Then I'm going to add 8 to both sides to get this. Then I'm going to divide by 4 to get this. X is greater than 4. Remember now, when we graph it later, it's going to be AND. So we have x greater than 4 and whatever we get here. So let's look at this. On this one, I'm going to multiply everything by 2 in order to get rid of this fraction here. So this became 16. This became negative 2x. This 2 cancels away when I multiply by 2, and when I multiply this by 2, I get 10. Now I'm going to add 3x to both sides. So that becomes x. Now I'm going to subtract this 16 from both sides. X is greater than or equal to negative 6. So I have both of these situations. Don't forget, it's an AND situation. AND always means an overlap. Alright, so let's graph both of them together and see what it looks like. So first we have x is greater than 4, so I put a 4 here, and x is greater than 4. Open circle, not equal to. This one, x is greater than or equal to negative 6. So here's negative 6, closed circle, because it's equal to, and negative 6 is greater than, x is greater than those numbers, so this way. Now you look at both of these situations. This is an AND situation. Let me say it one more time, AND. When it's an AND situation, whatever number you select for x has to meet both criteria. It has to meet this criteria and this criteria. So you're thinking in your head, what are numbers that are greater than 4 and at the same time these numbers are greater than negative 6? So some numbers in between here, for example 0, 0 would be here. Is 0 greater than 4? No. But for this answer to this whole inequality, we needed to meet both these criteria. So the only numbers that are both greater than 4 and at the same time greater than negative 6 are numbers that are over here where the two things overlap. So right now I'm going up and down, like imagine that there's the overlap zone. Alright, so that's your final answer. It's only where it overlaps and onwards, so this part here. Because now if you take any number in here, it meets both criteria. For example, let's put a 5 right here. So 5 is the next number here. Put a 5 in here. 5 is greater than 4, yes. Put a 5 in here. 5 is greater than or equal to negative 6, yes. So 5 is greater than this and this. It meets both criteria and, alright, so this is the final solution set to this problem.